Hello, hello. Welcome to North Node Alchemy. Today we are going to look into the energies of the Venus retrograde for your North Node placement. If you're not sure where your North Node is, you can check the description box below. There's a link on my site to my site where you can check the chart and see where the North Node is on your birthday. All right, what else do I need to say here? I'm not sure if I'm going to put this all into one big video or if I'm going to upload each sign separately. I am definitely doing this intro just once. So yes, the Venus retrograde is from March 1st to about the 13th of April in 2025. It's going to start in Aries, or it has already started at the time that I'm doing this reading, in Aries from the 1st till about the 27th of March, and then from the 28th of March to the 13th of April, depending on where you are in the world, it will be in Pisces. Dates may vary depending on where you are in the world, but it's definitely in Pisces. So we're starting in the fire sign of Aries and then moving to the water sign of Pisces. This is also following a very watery, dreamy new moon in Pisces and a very auspicious and rare 7-planet alignment. So it's a time of a lot of possibility to step into your big visions, your biggest, most expansive visions, and to make significant shifts in your inner world, belief system, the vibe that you live in, the vibe you give off, and have the external world respond to that change almost immediately. What else can I say about this? Well, I'll take you through the spread that I co-created with my guides and some beings who I work with who reside in the upper echelons of Venus. I'm using the Flower of Venus pattern here, which is just a diagram that shows the dance between Venus and Earth as they orbit the sun. This pattern takes about 5 Venus cycles, or approximately 8 years, to create in the sky. And we're going to start with, let me get my notes. Where are my notes? Okay. In the center, we're going to have an oracle card that denotes the central theme. And then we're going to do the past self, present attributes, that being like some characteristics, traits that energies that you are working with that are working in your favor, let's say, or maybe not. Let's see. I don't want to get ahead of myself there. And then we have the future attribute, or the attribute to embody, at the top. We'll talk about the energies that will be stirred up and energies presented during the Venus retrograde for you. And then we'll exit this pattern to see how you will exit the retrograde, or the resolution point of this stir up of energies that will be happening over the next 6 to 8 weeks, possibly beyond. They're telling me 90 days. So there's the energies that are stirred up during this time this is just a catalyst, but there'll be a lot of significant reorganization of energies during this period, the retrograde period, and the weeks following. So I'm going to jump right in to each sign. Thanks for sticking around for the intro, and enjoy your reading. Hello, Virgo North Node. Let's jump into your Venus retrograde reading. I'm going to grab your opening card for Virgo North Node, please. Dropped. Okay. Oop. The Thorn, protection, boundaries, and clear communication. I will read straight from the guidebook. It's early. I just started talking. I usually actually don't talk at these hours of day. So let me start by reading from the guidebook. I will just slow down. The thorn. There we go. The rose is the queen of all flowers. Her soft and often fragrant bloom takes our breath away from near and far, a bridge between heaven and earth. She has the capacity to act as a portal to our true selves and call our soul more fully into our body. She leaves us in awe, allowing us to experience heaven on earth for a very precious moment. But the rose is not all gentle and soft. In fact, most roses are armored with spiky thorns and prickles of various shapes and sizes. These sharp protectors act like knights defending their queen, clearly setting the necessary boundary and conditions for her to do what she was born to do. We too are like the rose. So often we don't get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. When we're not clear on our needs, when we don't communicate them, when we don't take responsibility for them, it's impossible for others to give us what we need. This often results in a breakdown in the relationship. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in a relationship with to feel safe too. This card delivers the message of the importance of clear communication, boundaries, and taking responsibility for our needs. To be clear with ourselves, we must first be clear. No, sorry, to be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves, and then communicate this to our loved ones and the world. And the sole inquiry here is, what loving boundaries are you being called to establish? How are you being called to communicate clearly to those you're in relationship with? So, Virgo North Node, this is actually quite a theme of the Virgo energy. Is Virgo is a very nurturing energy, but if there's not boundaries set on give and take, expectations, time, that they could often end up over giving. So this is at the center of your Venus retrograde reading, or your Venus retrograde period. Is the assessment of your boundaries, healing some of the moments as well that your boundaries have been overstepped. And if you're, and in some of your relationships, there's some healing in your relationships of people who are either unknowingly or knowingly overstep your boundaries. And there's some discernment there between, who was doing this knowingly and who isn't meaning to be, they gave me a thorn in your side, who isn't meaning to be draining, but they are because you don't have a clear established relationship with them. I've created a collection of workbooks for each North Node sign. Connect with your soul's desires and take an introspective journey into your North Node astrology. This workbook contains self-reflection exercises, guided meditations, and a curated Spotify playlist to accompany on your journey of alignment. Discover your soul today and download your workbook at feministalchemist.com. Or clear boundaries with them and clear expectations laid out. In the past, you have the King of Cups. In the present, you have the Knave of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. And in the future, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Well, this is more, if you watch the intro to this video, we have the energy before the Venus retrograde that's coming in, what's being kind of the present energy that's working with you at this time, and then what energy they're suggesting that you bring in order to utilize the Venus retrograde and energies to your advantage. So in the past, I have, this is what I hear, you're wearing your heart on your sleeve. You do a lot from a passionate, heart-led space. So I feel a lot of good intentions. Um, and I feel a lot of energy towards manifesting something that you truly believed in. And this could also be a truly believing in a relationship, truly believing in a project, a business, a way of life. Could have very strong visions for the future, like a visionary type of future. But the thing is, I'm not really feeling naive energy. I'm feeling just very strong, good intentions. There's nothing negative coming from this, or nothing particularly negative or challenging coming from this King of the King of Chalices. It wanted to come out King of Challenges. So perhaps you are also have been the one who always can be relied on in a crisis, right? To be either emotional support or to go above and beyond to help um, rectify a situation. The Knave of Pentacles here. What's working with you in this time is that you are very willing and able to work towards a physical reality that you can see in your mind's eye. I'm just letting the words come out as they are being given to me. The changes that you seek to create, seek to make, you are being recognized for your diligence, your tenacity at working towards what it is you're working towards. And for those of you that this doesn't resonate in terms of invention, for example, or a big business idea, this is an emotional reality, a home, course of study, bringing peace and balance and harmony within a relationship or within a family. What we have energy of calling in, or you're being encouraged to call in, is the 10 of Pentacles. Happy home, happy life. So I do feel like this King of Chalices is not someone that you're leaving behind. It's not an energy that you're leaving behind, this one in the past. The King of Chalices is coming in as, do you dare to just stand in the truth of what your needs are? And they're asking you for it not to be a dare, for it to just be natural, right? Your heart is like the bud of the rose, and the thorns are, you have to establish your thorns during this Venus retrograde. And you can establish your thorns lovingly and with the best of intentions, but your thorns need to be there. People need to know what you want and don't want, and what you'll accept and not accept. You know, there's just this building the fortress around your king of challenges, chalices, king of challenges. I don't know. You're really good at dealing with challenges, but people, I keep getting this feeling that people lean on you being good at challenges as an excuse for them not to do anything because you'll take care of it. And this, at work or in personal life, you tend to take care of things. In the so situations being stirred up in your Venus retrograde is, I feel like I didn't address the Ten of Pentacles fully, but I'm going to go on and circle back and tie it back in. You have the Eight of Wands and the Empress. Yes. You'll have a lot of opportunity to make forward motion and to establish these Venus retrograde is going to bring a lot of opportunities for you to make quick forward motions. Like, I won't say a lot of opportunities. You may be presented the same opportunity several ways. Right? To make a quick forward motion, to make a quick advancement, and to be at a place that is like where the give and take is balanced, and you get in return what you're looking for your efforts. Now, we all like to receive. We may block our own receiving, and we may sometimes be labeled or label ourselves as selfish for wanting something. But people like gratitude or like being thanked for their, they may not do it for thanks, but nevertheless, thanks, gratitude, and receiving is healthy for us. Right? And I feel here that some of you are like needing to ask for more money in a job. And if you are to do it during Venus retrograde, you will get it. I just feel like there keeps being stuff at the bottom of this deck. Yes. Because the Empress energy is saying to me, you're no longer, because the Empress embodies all of the queens. You have the king in the past, king of chalices. The Empress is also a good delegator, right? The Empress knows there's great people on the team. Also trusts that she doesn't have to do in order to prove her worth, right? It's not only your function that makes you valuable. I will say that again. It's not only your function or how you benefit people that makes you valuable. So, coming out of this Venus retrograde, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands in reverse. This reading is taking an interesting turn, so I hope that you're following. The interesting turn here is, yes, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands as the energy that you're coming out of the Venus retrograde embodying or with in your toolkit. Queen of Pentacles. If you're wondering how you can work with the North Node in your life, check out my free tip sheet for living in your North Node. It helps you move with conscious awareness and offers practical steps for integrating the North Node in your life. This 2-page download gives you a summary of your North Node sign and a chart of key actions that you can take. Download your free tip sheet today at feministalchemist.com. I get this very much this trust of yourself and not toiling to earn recognition. I feel that you're going to come to a understanding of what it means to feel balanced and successful within yourself. So the example that they're giving me is, you may be in a job where you get a lot of money, but the job itself doesn't satisfy you, or you don't get enough days off, or you're not enjoying your work. So there's also something about communicating with yourself and protecting your own energy by not giving it away for things or in exchange for things that don't satisfy you, that are not what you want. So you're giving people what they want, but not getting what you want. And this is a balance that that is being shaken up in your Venus retrograde cycle this year. What we have as your final oracle is Inner Child. The fairy of playfulness reminds you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. And a second card came out, Hidden Depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we become free. Yes, there is also, okay, I usually would read from the guidebook, and I think I am, but just Inner Child. Hidden Depths is telling me, for some of you, that some of this clear communication is a long time coming, a long time coming. And there will be a lot of relief that comes to you when you express this lack of satisfaction or this lack of reciprocity that you feel in what you have given in this King of Cups energy. And for some of you, this is very much a recognition, a feeling of recognition, because you have this big heart, King of Cups energy, King of Chalices energy, but you may be working in an environment or have people who keep you in this environment of the Knave of Pentacles. Like work, toil, but are not appreciating, and you're not getting to utilize fully, or either not being appreciated fully or don't get to utilize fully what you really are passionately invested in. Inner Child. George Bernard Shaw said, "We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing." There's so much wisdom and truth in this quote. All fairies love to have fun and play. And much like the Find Balance card, this message comes as an order for you to make time to play, especially if you feel you don't generally get a chance. Playing keeps us young at heart and helps us to connect directly to our inner child. It's so easy to get caught up in the daily grind of mundane chores and routines. It's okay as long as things are balanced. When you set aside some space for joyful activities, you'll find yourself even more energized for the work you need to do. You may even discover that your work now fills you with joy. Fairies are experts at playing, so you could ask them to help you loosen up and have some fun by saying, "Fairies, show me how to play," and to fill with joy this very day. Playtime will give you renewed vitality and add a spring to your step. So put on your coat, and if it's safe to do so, go and play right now. All right, Virgo North Node, I hope that was helpful. And do check out the North Node resources in the description box below. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.